Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and the last video of 2023. Today we're making tea smoked duck. For our dry rub, we need 1 tablespoon each crushed up Szechuan peppercorn, Chinese 5-spice, salt, and sugar. Now I also zested in 1 teaspoon of orange peel but forgot to film it. We're going to give that a really good mix and set that aside while we have 1 whole duck breast. Now we're going to take our dry rub and really press this into our duck. We want to infuse as much flavor as possible. So just going in with gloved hands and rubbing that all over and gently pressing this in. Now we want to dry this out a little bit, so we're going to put this on a cooling rack over a baking sheet and let this sit uncovered in the fridge for 4 hours. If you're in a hurry, you can let it sit for 2 hours. I just use my toaster oven stuff because it's smaller and doesn't take up as much room. So into the fridge it goes, uncovered for 4 hours. And after 4 hours, we can pull this out so it can come to room temperature. And you're going to notice this is dried out considerably. While it's coming to room temp, we're going to prep an indoor smoker. So I'm using my wok, but any heavy bottom pot with a lid will do. You want to take some heavy duty foil and start lining the entire bottom and sides of whatever vessel you're using. We're in essence creating an indoor smoker. So if you don't have a hood vent, if you can get some type of exhaust fan, I recommend it because it is going to get a little smoky. We're also going to line the rim of our lid with some foil as well to make as much of an airtight seal as we possibly can. And yes, it is a lot of foil, but you can go in and unfurl that later and reuse it. So just lining our lid so we can make an airtight seal. We also need a little tray for all of our smoking ingredients, so 1 more sheet of foil, and we're going to just fold up the sides to make a couple of little high walls. Now for our smoking ingredients, we need 1 cup of white rice, it doesn't matter what kind, 1 tablespoon of Szechuan peppercorns, 2 tablespoons of sugar, this is going to help conduct that heat, 2 cinnamon sticks, and 5 anise pods. Now you can crush up the anise pods, mine were already broken, so I'm just popping these in as are. We are also going to need the peel of half of an orange. It doesn't matter if the pith is in there, you're not going to eat that. And the star of this smoke is some black tea. We need a 1/2 cup of that. Now before we go into smoke, we're going to score the skin of our duck because we are going to pan fry this after we smoke it. Just be sure not to pierce the skin. Now over high heat in our smoker, we're going to add in our smoke ingredients along with a wire rack or steaming basket. And we're going to place our duck skin side up, cover this up, and once you start noticing little wisps of smoke, lower that heat to medium and let that smoke for 15 to 20 minutes. And while that's smoking, we can make a sauce. In a small pot, we're going to add 3/4 cup of hoisin sauce, 3 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of ssamjang, which is a Korean fermented bean paste, and 3 tablespoons of honey, almost forgot that, and 1.5 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar. We're going to bring this over to the stove and cook this for 8 minutes, being careful not to let this burn because there is a lot of sugar. So after 15 minutes, we're going to take off the lid, pull those out, and let them rest for 10 minutes before placing them in a cold saute pan. We're going to bring this up to temperature, crisp up that skin, flip over, cook another 30 seconds before pulling that out, letting that rest an additional 10 minutes before going into slice because we want those juices to go back into our duck breast. And this is looking beautiful. Now we can go ahead and give this a taste. I'm just going to taste the duck on its own before we dip it in any sauce. You can actually taste like the cinnamon and the anise in this. The dry rub we put on earlier adds so much flavor. The duck is still juicy and moist inside, and that subtle hint of tea smoke. Now let's try it with the sauce. The sauce is sweet, gingery, and absolutely delicious. But there it is, tea smoked duck, and the last video of 2023. Thank you all so much for spending the year with me. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I wish you all a very happy 2024. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell if you haven't already, because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you so much again, and until next time, happy cooking.